Welcome back. We are here with the slightly less family friendly. I say slightly less. The nowhere near family friendly show. So this is for TNT Extreme, and the match card for this, Lauren. I am holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, we've just if anyone's just already listened to us for like 45 minutes, we've just gone through the ignition card, and it's probably one of the best ignition cards I think they've ever put together.
Yeah.
But this extreme card is it's such a blend of everything. We've got multiple titles on the line. We've got a title unification match. We've got tag matches. We've got the women's matches. We've got everything you could want, including flipping legends, ex-NXT UK people. Like, it's
TNT, TNA star.
Yeah.
No, how? Genuine question. How the hell does all this come from the mind of Jay Apter?
That's a question that nobody wants to answer because you would delve way too deep into a very strange mind.
Yeah, I mean, like we love Jay. We love Jay, but we just don't understand where this amazing like creative mind comes from, because
we say it comes from Jay. I have to say right now, Jay, the TNT team may be headed up by Jay, but he has an incredible team.
He does, yeah.
Whether it's the refs that also get involved with sort of coordinating, whether it's social media people, it's like us down at merch, we play such a small part, but the TNT machine works so well. Everyone knows their role. Everyone's good at their job.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is a fantastic team to be a part of. And it somehow pulls these cards out of I don't know where.
Yeah. Like we literally were just talking about it before we started recording again, and my brain again just went, oh my god. And I even just said to you, didn't I, that obviously my husband isn't coming to this event, and because obviously, you know, he has to look after his children. But I say our children, I'm just choosing not to on the Saturday. But yeah, it's genuinely like he is going to be so pissed off that he's not there for this. But on the bonus side of it, I get to finally watch Lucy Deathmatch, because last time I tried watching Lucy's Deathmatch, what happened, Lauren?
Was that when Harley split his head open?
That was when Harley split his head open. So,
oh god,
like anybody that knows me knows I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's incredible. I love Deathmatch for that part of it, but I can't watch it because I'm a bit squeamish, like really squeamish. But I so wanted to watch Lucy's first Deathmatch, and I literally geared myself up for it all day, got to the front, was able to stand there. I was so happy about it. And about 2 minutes into the match, Lauren comes over and goes, you might want to go sort your husband out because he's just split his head open. So I did not see any of Lucy's first death match. So he's staying at home. He is not ruining the second one for me.
So I guess we're starting with that match then, are we?
We shall start with the TNT Ignition and Women's Unification title match. Like, we were supposed to see the unification match at the last event, and we did see the match, but it ended in a double pin, and we can't have it end that way at TNT. Huh?
Escalated rapidly. So the guys who weren't there, they had an incredible match. Both went for a clothesline. Both went down with the arm over each other. Referee had no choice but to count a double pin. They were both down, both shoulders were down, both covering each other.
Our heads fell off, let's be honest, because we could not, from our viewpoint, we could not see who had pinned who.
No.
So we were both, I think you was like, oh my god, Sessions done it, and I was like, no, Lucy's done it.
Yeah.
And No, it
I
was both of them.
watched it back as well, and commentary were doing exactly the same.
Yeah.
They were arguing over who had actually got the pin because nobody knew. But yeah, it took the referee had to go and tell Angus that it was a draw because it was a double pin. Session then decided to steal the microphone and very graciously said she had far too much respect for Lucy and it wasn't going to end like that.
Yeah.
The crowd wanted to restart.
Yeah.
But
the amount they put into that match, like,
yeah, it wouldn't have been fair.
It wouldn't have been fair.
We got the better outcome with a rematch.
Yeah.
Session Moth suggested moving it to extreme and making it a no disqualification match.
And then Lucy took the microphone.
Lucy then decided that she enjoyed her previous death match that much that she wanted to have a death match with Session Moth. So
Session Moth wasn't too pleased about that.
He wasn't. However, I was looking at Session Moth's deathmatch history in TNT, and I'm not surprised.
Yes.
Would you like me to take you through her history of deathmatch at TNT?
I genuinely would, because I only know of a few of them, so I genuinely would like to hear this.
So, Session Moth was actually at the first ever DOA.
Holy shit.
In the tournament.
Okay.
She was the non-tournament match. She was tag teaming with the Kings of the North. But yeah, she was at the first ever DOA. At the second DOA, she was in the tournament and was knocked out first round by Jimmy Lloyd. Not an easy match.
No.
In 2021, we unfortunately didn't get a DOA thanks to COVID.
Yes.
But we did get a Total Carnage, which was our women's deathmatch tournament, which Session Moth won. Come to 2022, she was in DOA. Was she in DOA? Yeah, no, she wasn't in DOA. She had a death match with Lou Nixon. Or was she in DOA? I can't remember. She fought Lou Nixon in a death match in 2022.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably why she had 2023 off.
Yeah, I'd probably say so, yeah.
2024, she finds herself back in DOA again against Robbo.
Yeah.
That was Robbo's return to TNT, and that was when he decided to put me in a headlock and call me all sorts of fucking names because he's a little shit. And then her last death match within TNT was at Thrill Kill last year against Drew fucking Parker.
Yeah.
Is it any wonder this bitch doesn't want a death match?
I completely get it. I really do. Like, I mean,
she thinks Lucy's insane.
Yeah. I mean, we know Session Moth quite well, and you know, in any match she has with the beer drinking and everything else, she's always knackered doing anything. Doing a death match, it takes more out of you because you're losing blood. I don't blame the woman for not wanting to do one. I think Lucy is fucking insane for wanting to do one.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be, for me, that's gonna be my match of the night. Like, I am like I said, I'm super excited for it. I didn't get to watch Lucy's first death match, so I swear, right, anybody needs me for anything during that match can piss off, because I am going to be front and center watching that match, because I deserve to be front and center watching that match after last time. So somebody else can man merch, like, I don't care. But yeah, no, that match,
it is going to be a brilliant match.
Like, the fact that it's to unify the titles as well, that is going to be one hell of a match.
Yeah,
and I cannot wait.
She might not want to death match, but I think, like Session Moth said after the last match, Lucy is a hell of an opponent.
Yeah,
she has been Ignition Women's Champion twice.
Mm-hmm.
She has been Ignition Women's Champion for over 500 days combined.
Yeah.
currently holds 4 titles.
She's smashing it.
I honestly, the thing that popped into my head when I was researching Session Moth's history was we've seen her multiple times at TNT. We've seen multiple iterations of Session Moth. The one version of Session Moth who I have had the pleasure of seeing before and TNT never have is Session Goth.
Do you know how weird this is now you said that? Alana has a little Session Goth teddy. She's taken it to school today.
I am honestly wondering if the caliber of opponent she's against, and I'm wondering whether we may see the Session Goth reappear.
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibilities.
No, as we were saying with the Ignition, there's a lot of factors contribute to who we think is going to win.
Yes.
We have had some polls from the TNT fans. They are completely split down the middle with Lucy Sky versus Session Moth. They can't pick a winner.
Yeah.
For me, the run that Lucy is on at the minute, I think Lucy's got it. Unless we see Session Goth.
Now, as much as I love Lucy, I'm on the opposite side. I think Session scratched and clawed her way to getting that TNT women's title. I do not see her letting go very easily.
Which is why I think she'll bring Goth out.
I think she is going to bring everything in her arsenal to come out on top of that death match.
Yeah. I can say I honestly think this will be the thing. I don't think we've seen Session Goth for 8, 9, potentially 10. It's been a long, long time since we've seen Session Goth.
I may have to dust out my Session Goth t-shirt to wear it.
So yeah, that is going to be. I also don't know. Looking at the rest of the card, like that's a main event match, but there's also like 3 other matches on this card that could be main event matches.
We'll just do a WWE. We'll call them all main event matches.
So whoever is in charge of putting together this match order,
I feel sorry for. I really do, because what do you put where? Because it's a stacked card.
Yeah.
Definitely. So right, so we've done our unification match. So shall we come away from a title match, or do you want to go straight into another title match?
Well, let's come away from the Extreme and the titles completely. And I say come away from the come away from the Extreme and the titles completely, because even though we have Dr. Darwin, who has a very long-standing Extreme record.
Shall I just bring it across?
Go on.
So
Darwin
at our last event. Go on, you do it, because I'm just gonna laugh.
So we were introduced to Dr. Darwin, TNT faithful were introduced to Dr. Darwin as he made his way out against Gain.
Well, no, they were introduced into when he dressed up as Gain originally, if you remember rightly. He knocked out Gain, took his attire.
Yeah.
And obviously came out as Gain. And then at the last event,
he came out to face Gain again as another iteration of Kane, Michael Kane.
This is genuinely the man. I shit you not, right? My husband is insane. Picked this up. So yeah, so it was Michael Kane. And yeah, I actually have some, it's over there. I can't reach it. I don't know if you can just see it off camera where the blue foam finger is.
I can't see anything because my face is there.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, so blue foam finger. Behind blue foam finger is Darwin's moon boot that he wore when he did the injury angle. And it's signed and covered in blood because, again, my husband, insane, even though it was me that went and got it signed. So we have several items of memorabilia in this room of Darwin's. Now, what the fuck is Darwin doing?
Darwin, after that appearance, Veronica Salt caught up with him backstage, and Darwin, being Darwin, went off.
Off.
Yeah, off. And was asking for an opponent. When Judas overheard. Judas, well known for taking their shot when it appears.
Yeah.
Challenged Darwin to a match. Darwin decided that he didn't fight bitches. Yeah. Which landed him a bitch slap from Judas. So yeah, we will see whether Darwin does fight bitches and whether he's man enough to turn up.
I mean, I wouldn't want to face Judas because the thighs on Judas, like he could kick you to death.
Yeah.
Like so if Darwin's scared, like I know he's not going to say it, but like just don't call Judas a bitch because that he will kick you to death.
Yeah. He's also Judas doesn't care who you are.
Yeah.
Darwin may have this reputation throughout deathmatch, throughout British wrestling, but Judas's only other opponent in TNT this year was Leon Cage.
Yeah.
And last year, they were in the ring with former Ultra X champion Nico Angelo.
Yeah.
Former Ultra X champion Tom Thelwell. Teamed up with former Ignition champion, former Ignition women's champion, former women's champion, former tag team champion, and former women's tag team champion Casey Owens against the former women's champion Lizzie Evo and the current Ignition champion Lucy Sky. Yeah. Like, Judas is not afraid to be in the ring with anyone. Anyone. Casey Owens scares the crap out of me. That woman has done everything.
Yes.
Has held every belt she is eligible for in TNT.
Yeah.
And Judas just casually waltzes in, tags with her, and holds his own.
Yeah.
Like, the man's a monster. He really is. And he looks better in a skirt and fishnets than either of us.
Like, genuinely jealous. Like, genuine. He's got better hair, better legs, looks better in a skirt. I'm like, am I just failing at being like a ladylike person? I mean, yeah, like clearly, but
I mean, Darwin did compliment Judas on his rack, but I think we've both got him beat there.
Just had to like, yeah, they're still there, yeah. But yeah, like I don't see this match going well for Darwin.
No, which is not something you would ever think you would say would be that Darwin would be on the back foot.
Yeah.
He's the man with the brain and he outwits anyone. But I don't think he's going to be able to outwit Judas because I think Judas is just going to tie him up as a pretzel.
Yeah. Or kick him to death. Either or. Yeah. But yeah, no, my money's going on Judas for this one because as much as, you know, like you say, Darwin has got the I'm not even going to say the name. He's got the ego. He's got the mouth. Yeah. He's, you know, you hear about the man before you see him because yeah. But I genuinely think he's going to get taken down a peg or two.
Yeah.
Have we got any response from the TNT faithful for that match, or have they all just gone, yeah, no, it's Judas?
It's not something that I've seen much talk about. I don't think the TNT fans like their TNT talent.
Yes.
And I don't think they know enough about Darwin yet to have formed that much of a strong attachment to him. They definitely love Judas.
Yes.
So I feel like the fans will definitely be in Judas's corner for
and
that.
I can't wait to start singing Judas on Saturday. That is the highlight of anything. It's just the entrance where we all get
the one thing that makes metal fans sing Lady Gaga.
Yeah, it really is. Like even Harley did it. Even Harley started singing along, and I looked at him and he just went, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, "It's fine. We all do it. Don't worry." So yeah, it gets you hyped up and ready for a Judas match. It really does.
It does. And I'm going to try and be the professional. I'm going to use that, the hype, for hyper for our girl, Emerson Jane. She has, I want to say, the biggest match that she could have of her career in TNT, but she's had so many.
She has had some
She's
big
in
matches.
double digits of death matches at TNT alone, as well as being the women's tag team champion for over a year. Like, she has been so dominant at TNT. She finally tore the belt off Drew Parker at the last show, walked away after being handcuffed, had darts put through her cheeks.
The fact that she took the photo of her promo photo for her brand new title win was the one with darts sticking out of her face.
Yeah.
Now, if that's not death match, I don't know what the fuck is.
No. But she's going up against a man who 19 years ago fought New Jack.
Absolute mental motherfucker.
Like, this is how long he's got, over 20 years of hardcore experience, and was fighting the likes of New Jack early on in his career.
Yeah.
His last TNT show, he went through Tim Strange, Tomby, and Clint Margera.
Yeah. Not an easy feat at all. That was not an easy day at the office.
And Margera's history at DOA is insane. Like, the man's won it twice. He did 1 year, he did 4 matches in a night. Because he did a non-tournament match, as well as being in the frigging tournament.
Yeah.
And Ricky ran through the lot of them.
I mean, the fact that Clint came back, we all thought he was going to go the entire way. We thought he was going to run the gauntlet and just absolutely destroy everyone.
Yeah. And he almost did.
But he was stopped by the absolute destruction from Ricky Shane Page. And honestly, like, again, you know what I'm like with death matches. Yeah.
About that match. Like them two are my guys. Them and Drew Parker are the reason I love deathmatch. Ricky Shane was the first deathmatch wrestler I ever really fell in love with. And Drew Parker and Clint Margera, for separate reasons, they are two people who have given me multiple kicks up the arse when I've had bad days and inspired me to do shit. So for Ricky and Clint to be back in the ring together when I didn't think I would ever see Margera back in a TNT ring, that was a special match.
You know, you're the same. My arms have just
gone. What they did with that match was ridiculous. Yeah. And Ricky earned every single second of holding that trophy.
Yeah. I mean, we mentioned it in the Ignition rundown that we did about the light tubes in the lighting, and that how that has never been done before, I don't know, because that is the perfect place to hide
20 years experience is how you figure out little tips and tricks like that.
Yeah,
I mean, one thing Emerson has going against her.
Yeah, I mean,
the one thing,
it was the first time I had the privilege of watching Ricky Shane Page in the ring, because, you know, I don't do deathmatch well, but I mean, he's the sweetest human being to us, but, you know, we handle the merch, so we kind of has to be. You know, if you're not nice, you ain't getting your money. But genuinely, like, watching his matches and seeing the difference of a 20+ year veteran at it against somebody who is still technically classed as a veteran, like Tomby, for example. Tomby, I would still class as a deathmatch veteran because he is there at every tournament. He will go for it. But their match, especially, like you saw how happy Harley was watching just this entire night of fucking immense deathmatch. And he, you know, I fell in love with watching Ricky Shane Page because he's just that damn good.
Who the hell gets tattooed in the middle of a ring and gets up and just carries on like nothing's fucking happened?
Ricky Shane Page does, that's it. Genuinely, like, as much as I want to say that, you know, Emerson's just won that title back, she's gonna hold on to that. I don't think she is. I'm sorry, Emerson. I think you are getting put down by Ricky Shane Page.
That is another match that the TNT fans are very split with.
Yeah. I can see why. I really can.
I think it's the split between logic and heart.
Yes.
And I think we're both very much the same. Like, as much as I love Ricky, I appreciate Emerson has shown her worth.
Yeah.
She really, really has. She's grown on me so much over the last like 18 months. My heart wants Emerson to win it. My brain says Ricky. And I think the TNT fans are the same. It's gone 50-50, but I think that's because some people are voting with their heart, some people are voting with their head.
Yeah. That is going to be another match where it's going to be like, oh my God, what has just happened?
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, half of it I will be watching through that like that. But I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try my best to actually watch it all and appreciate it.
2 deathmatch one night you're going to watch.
I know, I'm going to try so hard. Like, honestly, anybody that comes to these TNT shows will know if a deathmatch is happening, I'm looking the other way. I'm making myself busy to not be able to see it all. But I'm going to try so hard this time. So we'll see. We'll see how well this goes for me. Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be amazing.
It is. So we have one other non-title match on the card, which we mentioned earlier, because the lovely Joe Kessler has his title match against MVK at Ignition.
Yeah.
We're not entirely sure whether Kessler is still aligned with Malum. The thought of Kessler winning the belt and Malum having every belt terrified Jamie earlier, because we know Lana has the briefcase and could make it 4 titles to Malum. But Temple of Malum are facing Connor Mills and Jay Joshua. Now,
that's a bit of a formidable team up, to be fair.
Yeah, so we haven't seen either of those two very much in TNT. Jay has had 2 title challenges so far. He's challenged for the Ignition and for the world title. Unfortunately, not been lucky with either of them. So maybe a tag team partner, he'll do a little bit better. The last time we saw Connors was potentially one of the best matches of last year. And it went under the radar a little bit, but anyone that was there will remember it. As soon as I say it, it was the 3-way with Leon Slater and Dan Maloney.
Yes.
And it was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, Connor Mills is such an underrated talent.
Yeah.
So freaking good. Put him alongside Jay Joshua. Could they be the ones to finally topple Malum? They've been dominant for the last 2 years. It's gotta happen soon.
I mean, as good as Connor Mills and Jay Joshua are, I think Malum are just that well-oiled as a team.
They're on a roll as well.
They are on a roll. Going back to Comic-Con though, look at what happened at Comic-Con. We had a 6-person tag match. Temple of Malum. They were not happy with.
No, but who got the pin in that match?
It wasn't Malum.
It was
Malum
that got the pin for that match.
Yeah.
Temple and Malum may have been on the winning team, but neither of them were actually the one to get the job done. It was Callum.
It was. And for anybody who wasn't at Comic-Con and don't know, that match, well, Comic-Con weekend saw 2 debuts. It saw the debut of Callum Crowe and Decca. And that 6-person match blew me away because I did not expect it to be as good as it was. When you think, you know, oh, it's got 2 debuts, you don't think it's going to be the best match, or you know, not to say that, you know, they shouldn't have had the debut or anything like that, because clearly they were ready, they nailed it. And the amount of arrogance that came out of Callum, like, he not only did he interrupt Malum's entrance to make his way through Malum, he was the one who was tagging himself in. He was the one who was, you know, he was playing mind games with Malum, and he was the one who picked up the win. I mean, don't get me wrong, he got put down afterwards.
Yeah.
But that has that kind of got in the head of Malum a little bit, that, you know, this young little upstart, Callum Crowe, has he got in their head? And especially with the video he put out on Instagram not too long ago, has that had a little psychological effect on the Temple of Malum, do you think?
I really don't know, because up until that point, they were very dominant. I mean, Isaac North did get disarmed by Holly Barlow by a simple hug at WrestleBox.
But let's be fair. Do you ever think Isaac North has ever been hugged before?
No, and also, like, everybody just freezes when Holly hugs them because she's just so cute and adorable.
That is true.
But before that, Rob had just come back from an extremely successful stay in America.
Yeah.
Isaac has currently, I want to say, has got 5, 6 belts.
He's got quite a collection going.
I had hold of 2 of his belts at the last Infinite show, but I'm pretty sure there was 3 or 4 left in the back. They've made such a good team.
Yes.
And like you were saying before with the Trail of Dead versus NJ and Jimmy Jackson match, we have one team who are very much a team,
yep,
and another team who are 2 incredible, very competent wrestlers, but are very much singles guys. They're not tag team specialists.
Yes.
Whereas Rob and Isaac know each other inside out.
Yes.
Is it time we had a new title? New champion? Yes. Do I think we're getting one? No.
Yeah, I'm on the same wavelength as you. I think, yes, we need new tag team champions, because Malum have basically just ran through the tag team division, and they do need putting in their place. However, as good as Connor Mills and Jay Joshua are, I don't think they're going to get the job done, purely because, like we've said, they are not a team. They are 2 individuals who are teaming together.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's going to be that little niggle in the mind of Malum of last time, you know, they were representing TNT. It wasn't them who got the job done.
Yeah, who knows?
Mm.
I hadn't thought about that. Callum may put a little spanner in the works.
You may have. It was only the other day I actually thought about that, when we discussed that we were going to do this show. It was only then that I thought, has that going to have had a little effect? And not only has Callum possibly had a little bit of a psychological effect on Malum, Decker and Act 2, who they were facing. I mean, Decker, out of nowhere, she got some offense in against Isaac.
Not many people in their first match would have the balls to stand in the centre of a ring and scream at Isaac. Granted, she almost went through the floor of the ring for
it,
but maybe Isaac's not as scary as he thinks he is.
I mean, she went for the big chop.
Stop talking now, because like there's already a picture of us 2 holding the tag team titles, which, if Isaac North gets his hands on that picture, we're both dead.
Oh, does this mean I can't put that in this video?
And me just saying Isaac might not be as scary as he thinks, I think I'm just going to avoid him for the next few shows.
Yeah, I mean, Decca did not back down. She did not look scared, and
I mean, she's scary enough in herself, like with the weird backbend, creepy. She got Sister Abigail shit going on.
she does have Sister Abigail shit going on. And I mean, she hit Isaac with like a kind of a code breaker kind of thing. It was incredible to watch. I mean, it was like Isaac's face changed when she hit that. It was like he wasn't expecting it, and it hurt like hell. And
Yeah.
you know, you don't see that often. You don't see Isaac North go down.
No.
And she managed to do that. I mean, like you said, she nearly got put through the floor for her efforts, but has something happened in the head of Isaac? Was Rob gone too long? And it's kind of, you know, has there been a bit of a shift in Malum because of that? Or, you know, are we going to see some shit happening with Temple of Malum? I don't know.
No.
I think we're looking too deep into this, though. And everyone else is just going, nah, Malum are just going to win anyway because it's fucking Temple of Malum. We're just proper digging. But yeah, if Rob and Isaac see this, I think we have to like hide on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got nowhere near them.
Yeah, we'll stay out of the way. Yeah. Oh, so come on, we have got some banger matches left.
So there's 2 more matches left. One of them we actually know the competitors in the match, and I am assuming it is going to be our main event. So we'll leave that till the end. This penultimate one that I have written down is obviously, I'm assuming most people will have seen the video from Robbie X where he unfortunately had to relinquish the Ultra X belt and give it back to our delightful referee James Greenwood. As for not for a usual sad reason because he's injured or anything, he is currently off in Japan kicking butt in the best of the Super Juniors, which is exactly where Robbie X deserves to be.
Honestly, just before we go on to you know what match we're going to speak about, fucking Robbie fucking X, like that man, genuinely, I'm so super proud of him because he has worked his ass off to get there and he is smashing it.
Yeah, deserves every minute of it. That does leave us with a vacant Ultra X belt. Again.
It does, yeah. That belt is slightly bit cursed, to be fair. Like...
in a surprise to probably absolutely nobody, the second this belt was announced as vacant, who pops up? Coolest guy in the room, supposedly, Mr.
He
Ian.
Have no friends.
It will be the first time we actually see Skinner in Fusion, because even though he's had 3 TNT matches so far, they have all been at outside events. We had him debut against Najay at WrestleBox.
Yes.
And then at Comic-Con, he had a brilliant technical match against Thelwell. And then he also fought our women's champion Session Moth on the second day.
Yeah.
And he definitely left an impression with the Comic-Con fans.
I don't think they liked him all too much, but that's not abnormal when people meet Ian Skinner.
Yeah. So yeah, as literally, I don't even think that the send button had been pressed for about 3 seconds of that video of Robbie dropping the belt and Ian Skinner was recording his shooting his shot. So yeah, it looks like it's not been confirmed. I don't think any competitors have been confirmed for this match.
Yes.
Just that the Ultra X will be on the line. Skinner has put his name in the ring. Man like Darius,
a previous champion,
Ultra X champion, he won the title last time it was vacant.
He did, yeah.
And that was actually under the proper X division structure. Nico Angelo had to step back from his championship reign due to a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
And Darius won it that night.
Yeah.
We've also
because obviously nothing has actually been set in stone for this. We get to now be in a very great spot of we can fantasy book this match.
Oh yeah. And
We
the
can
fans have been doing this. I have been through social media, and the fans and the wrestlers have been trying to get themselves involved in this. So, like us too, already fighting that day, but he wants a shot. NAJ, we all love. Judas thinks he deserves a shot. We've had the likes of Sam Bailey.
Oh.
Says he teaches all the flippy boy stuff. Why can't he do it?
Yeah.
Jack Knudsen. And Jason Joshua has decided he would like to Samoa Joe the Ultra X division.
Yes, I'm there for it. I can see that happening. But let me ask you, Lauren.
Go on.
In an ideal world,
yeah,
who would you put in the match? And it can be talent from anywhere.
How many people are we putting in the match?
Let's do 6.
Okay.
Let's have a 6-way. As if we're having like an X structure, whatever. We'll go full on balls to the wall in booking this match, right?
Okay. Do I have to include Skinner and Reese?
You do not. You can include whoever the hell you want from the British wrestling scene. That is my one thing. It has to be the British wrestling scene.
I probably would
include imports.
I would include Skinner because
get battered.
As much as he's a pain in the bum, I do think he's entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Nico Angelo, former champion, absolutely adore the man. So that's 2. I've got a little whisper in my ear that he was going to be my last person because I was going to save the best for last. But this voice is repeating it over and over again, Dave Birch. My star killer, he is genuinely, I know I said before we have underrated wrestlers. For me, Dave Birch is by far and outweigh the most underrated wrestler that we have, especially in the Northwest. He's so nice and so polite and so quiet in a locker room, you don't notice him. And I can only assume that is the reason he doesn't get booked. Because the second he steps in the ring, you cannot take your eyes off him.
Yeah, I mean, let's be fair though as well, Lauren. In recent months, we have seen a slight shift of character with Dave Birch.
We have
certain promotions. He has changed, and it has got him more noticed. So, is it possible he needs to do this full time? And
that's what I mean. I think he's finally had enough of being overlooked, and we're starting to see this coming in to take what he thinks he deserves.
Yeah.
Do I agree with the attitude change? No. Am I glad it's getting him more places? Absolutely. So yeah, Dave Birch would have to be in there for me. Trying to think now. Jack Johnson. He's another little shit house that you can't love. Again, he's not quite as underrated as Dave, but the work rate of that man is something else.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of some like Drew Parker.
Oh.
Get him away from the death match, get him back into being a wrestler. Like when I first saw Drew, that was the stuff he was doing. He was the skinny little flippy boy, tagging with Ethan Silver, who's now Lycos. Like, I'd love to see that side of him back, and I would love to see more people see that side of him.
Gotta be honest, not mad at that one, because the more I can hear that man's entrance, I'm happy.
Oh yeah. And probably a controversial one, because he's not that loved, and I'd love to hate him, but my little fucking Swords of Essex little rat boy, Paul Robinson. because again, he's so good at the character work and so good at being a little shit, so good at the extreme hardcore stuff. People don't see the actual genuine wrestling talent that is behind there.
Yes.
As much as he wants to call me C words and try and hire me out to people for £5, he's an incredible wrestler. And I would love to see him mix it up with the young boys and teach some of the young ones some lessons.
Completely agree. Yeah.
So yeah, that's my 6.
I like that 6. That is
a nice round mix.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. I mean, you've kept Ian Skinner in there, which not so much. I mean, I while you've been, obviously, because I did not know I was going to actually do this, so it was like on the fly, fuck it, why not? So I didn't actually have a 6 in my head, and obviously you doing yours, and I've been running through my head and trying to pick like 6 people I think would be really good in it, and I'm just like, there's too many people. Like there is way, like you mentioned Jack Johnson, number 1. Definitely, I would have Jack Johnson in there because that man is stupidly talented and he needs to be everywhere, in my opinion. Like I'm not.
He did attack Hot Tag Foundation's founder Dan French at the King Show and ran off with the belt. So we do need to keep an eye on him if we.
Yeah, but he's got a track record for that, so you know, roundabouts. I'm not saying it because I also live in Salford, and you know, it's my brother. You know, it's fine. Love Jack Johnson. He needs to be in there. Yeah. I would also throw Padre Quinlan in there.
See, Christy tried to throw Pud's name in the mix as well.
I think Pud would do really well in that match. Not to take anything away from Christy at all, but I think Pud would shine in that kind of match.
If hasn't seen it, I think it was February last year, because I wasn't there and I was devastated. I was away for my 30th birthday, and Padre Quinlan had potentially one of the best matches I have ever seen in my fucking life. And I had to watch it through a shitty little screen on a laptop. And it was him versus Jordan Oliver. Oh my days. The kid was friggin' 17 at the time.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Like, genuinely, like, I mean, Jordan Oliver would be a name I'd have thrown in, but the fact that I said we can't have imports, that kind of eliminates him from that. But, so yeah, I'd have Jack Johnson, I'd have Padre Quinlan. I would throw in a couple of outliers on it, because there wouldn't necessarily be in like a match of, if we're going the fantasy booking type of having like the structure and everything. I'd throw Prince Pele in there. I could see Prince Pele causing a bit of carnage.
Yeah.
And, you know,
if you gave him the structure, I'm not sure he'd be too much of a fan of having to crawl across the top of it. That'd be too high for him.
It probably would, but I would like to see that effort of, you know, how would he
I've seen him fly off that top rope enough that we know he can do it.
Yeah. So that would be one for me. I'd probably throw it. I see, this is where now my brain started hurting, because I was like, but then, you know, would you have both Gen 1 in that match? But I couldn't see Gen 1 like fighting each other to do that. Like, you obviously mentioned Dave Birch. I love Dave Birch. He would be one for me as well.
It kills me mentioning Dave in a match and not mentioning Aiton like that.
Does.
And Aiton would be incredible in that match.
He would.
So well in DOA. I would swap him and Drew Parker. Like,
yeah, do it. Yeah, okay.
Go and do deathmatch for a bit, and we'll have Drew in some normal wrestling. Like,
yeah, fine. So yeah, so like, I've got 4. I need 2 more. This is where it's horrible, because obviously we know so many talented people, and it's hard just picking like 6 of them. But
do you want me to throw you the who the fans have suggested?
Go on then, see if that jogs me a little bit.
So the fans want Scotty Rourke to return.
Oh,
indeed.
Oh, that's tasty. Oh yeah, okay. He's on my maybe now, right? Okay.
The fans would also like Leon Cage.
Yes. Actually, before you carry on, another name has just come to me, and he would do fucking phenomenally in this match. Adam Bolt.
Yeah.
He would, wouldn't he? Like, yeah, so Adam Bolt's my 5th. Yes.
Okay. Fans have also suggested Critchy.
I mean, yeah, but doesn't need it right now. He's the level briefcase holder. He's got that guaranteed opportunity.
There's 4 names that, as far as I'm aware, have never appeared in TNT.
Ooh.
That the fans have put forward.
Okay.
Nishiki.
Oh, but yeah, no, I get it, but
Lance Rivera.
Oh.
Peter Senoa.
Yeah, okay.
Jack Barron.
Oh.
That was the one that got me. That was the one that I went, why have we never thought?
Right, there's my 6. Jack Barron, because yes. Like, yes. There's my 6. Done.
Jack would do so well in a match like that. And
I want him to make all other 5 competitors do the T-Rex pose.
You'd have, if we mixed ours, you'd have Jack Barron doing the T-Rex and you'd have Ian Skinner doing the Bath News Bear.
Yes. So if you're listening, Jay, between us, we gave you a good mix there.
Like, love you.
Yeah. Not making your job harder or anything, but yeah. Like, yeah.
The only name that hasn't been mentioned, but is definitely on the poster for TNT and doesn't have a match yet, which could be an interesting one for this match, is Shay Monet.
Of course. How could we not mention Shay Monet?
The queen of sass destruction, is it? Absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, they are on the poster. They do not
because of course it's Shay Monet.
So is that a hint that they are in the Ultra X, or are they going to be getting involved with something else? They've got their tag team partner Adam Bolt. Are they going to interject within the Temple of Malum, or there's all sorts of possibilities for Shay, but I did think they are that sort of high flying enough that they were worth mentioning within this match.
That would actually be a good input in the match, and I'm actually quite annoyed that I didn't say Shay Monet. But I do not regret my choices. I am actually really tempted now to go onto like a WWE game, go into the community creation, see, because there's so much weird shit on there, and see if any of those people are there. Download them and have a random match. See what happens.
You have to film it and upload the video footage.
Or anybody listening, if they are better than me at this stuff, which is highly likely because when I create anything on those games, looks nothing like the person it's meant to be. Go on it, create like your ideal 6 and have like it doesn't even it can be whatever the fucking hell match you want. Like literally genuinely film the footage and just tag us in it. We need to see this shit.
Or if you don't want to do the game, just make up your ideal 6 for the Ultra X and list them in the comments below.
Oh yeah, we need to see
other people's.
Yeah. Because I mean, we're saying 6. We don't even know if that's it, but that's our number.
No, it could be 4, it could be 9, it could be who knows.
It could be a fucking 30-man rumble for all we know. Do you know what I mean? Like it's anything can happen in TNT, so we don't know. But yeah, we'll say 6 because 6 is like a nice number where you can have like different, you know. You can have high fly, you can have technical, you can have hardcore, you can have whatever the hell you want, and you know, let's see what weird and wonderful shit we can get.
Yeah.
And then just throw them all at Jay and be like, here you go, look, book this.
Yeah. While we are talking about anything can happen in TNT, I think we've got to move on to our main event. Because I think finally that I don't think any of the TNT crowd, roster, crew thought this would happen. On May the 31st, challenging our champion is Trent Seven.
Trent fucking Seven.
Like,
That man, I'm just going to interject this. That man is that good. He unlocked my phone, which needed my fingerprint, to take a fucking selfie on it. Work that one out. I still don't know how we did it.
yeah, so we have Trent's debut in TNT, and again, I had to do some digging for this one because, as we all know, Tate Mayfairs likes to call himself the greatest professional wrestler to ever walk planet Earth, and is now the self-proclaimed most legitimate world champion. So I had to look at the championship statistics for this. Trent Seven has held 17 different titles.
Wow.
Across 11 promotions and had wrestled in Japan, Malaysia, Australia, and the US before Tate even debuted.
Holy shit. Wow. Oh, this does not look good for Tate, does it?
However, Tate Mayfairs, I think, has been. Oh crap! What have I done here?
Oh no, you've turned. Hello.
Hello. Tate Mayfairs has been wrestling for less than half the time that Trent Seven has been.
Mm-hmm.
Already has held 10 different titles across 8 promotions.
Yeah.
In half the time.
Yeah.
Like, Trent's statistics are impressive as hell.
Yeah.
But 10 titles, and that's, I know multiple of those titles have been held multiple times. So that's 10 separate titles he has held across 8 promotions. And he has defended it in, I don't know how many. I didn't even start to look at how many countries he's defended it in because it's a ridiculous list.
Yeah. I mean, wasn't he in, I want to say Cyprus over the weekend?
Yeah, I think so.
For full transparency, we're recording this on the 22nd. And yeah, I'm pretty sure last weekend he wrestled in Cyprus and won a title. So does that include that as well? Or?
I honestly am not sure. I did my research yesterday, but I can't say I double checked all the dates on it. So it could include that, it may not.
And you know, as much as I hate to say this, it's gonna pain me greatly to say this. Tate Mayfairs can back it up. He runs his mouth, but that man can back it up. I would rather see somebody punch him in the mouth, but he will go out there and he will back up some of the things he says. Now, I don't agree with that he is the most legitimate world champion or he's the best or anything like that. I don't agree with all that because I can think of a few people who I would put above him. But how long has that man held the TNT championship?
2 years, I think.
It has been a long, long time.
It has. It has been an awful long time.
I mean, he's not there all the time to defend it. So you could say, you know, he's not that great because he's not always defending it. However, for somebody who can hold the belt for 2 years or however long it has been,
613 days.
Fucking how many?
613 as of day of recording.
Oh my god. Like, just words fail me right now, and that doesn't happen that often. But for a man to be able to hold a title for 613 days at time of recording, he has proven that he is good.
He has. However, we've
yeah,
spoken a lot about mind games so
we
far in the podcast because there's a lot of things affecting a lot of things, a lot of matches. And the one thing that Tate has seemed to have taken an issue with recently has been the deathmatch within TNT.
that is true.
And there are 2 humongous death matches on that same night. Can Tate focus? With the crowd against him, with the deathmatch stuff distracting him, with the notoriety of Trent Seven, he's good. Also, will Trent try and use that against him? Trent has been in death matches before.
That is true.
Trent is no stranger to deathmatch.
Yeah. I mean, I would happily put my prediction down as Trent because he's been here, there, and everywhere. He has held multiple titles. He knows what he is doing in that ring. He is proven like he can hang with anybody in the ring. I mean, just go back to him being in TNA, teaming with Speedball Mike Bailey, and then having a rivalry against the same man. Like he can be in that ring with or against anybody.
Yep.
He has probably got that psychological edge because, like you say, he's no stranger to deathmatch. I mean, obviously, it's not a death match. It's not there's not no rules. There's things are in play yet. Yeah, exactly. There could be anything happen at TNT, but is he, like you say, is he going to try and play mind games with Tate? Is he gonna, offer out a death match? Is he gonna offer out a hardcore type match? Anything could happen, and I genuinely cannot wait to see that match.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think whatever happens, I think Trent will be more prepared than Tate will. I think Tate has maybe too much confidence in himself sometimes, and he don't want to say he sort of over eggs himself, but he believes his own hype a little bit too much sometimes, and I don't think he puts in the preparation he sometimes needs to.
Yeah.
Whereas Trent, full well Trent will have watched tape. He'll have been watching Tate. He'll have been studying his matches. He'll know exactly how he likes to work.
Yeah.
So I agree with you that I think it will be Trent. The TNT fans differ.
Oh.
TNT fans believe in their champion.
Wow, that's surprising. Yeah. Wow, with the amount that the TNT fans hate the man, that is very surprising.
Yep.
Wow, so was it close or? Oh,
landslide.
Wow. Is Tate turning the fans in his favor?
I don't know.
Wow, that has shocked me. Wow. So we're going against the TNT faithful on this one with wow. I don't think there's much more that can be said about this. I think we've run through it all. I think it's going to be one of those now. Show day happens and
what happens.
Yeah.
We said it with the ignition card. There's barely a match that we can pick a winner.
Yeah.
It's impossible to pick a potential match of the card.
Yeah.
I don't even think after the show has happened we'll be able to pick a match of the card. It's very much down to individuals of what their preferred thing is. But I think the great thing with Extreme, as we've kind of covered, is there's a bit of everything. We've got the Ultra X title, we've got 2 death matches, we've got some incredible tag people. Like, there is something for everyone on both cards.
Yes.
And yeah, if you're a wrestling fan at all, if you're in Liverpool this weekend, because this is going out.
This will go out on the 28th.
28th. So if you're in Liverpool this weekend on May the 31st, come and see us. Doors for the afternoon are at 1:30. Show will start at 2. You'll be done for 5, so you can get the kids home for tea.
Get a babysitter prepared, ready.
Yeah. VIP doors for Extreme are at 6. We have a band on during the VIP hour. We sometimes get a VIP match, we sometimes don't. The last couple of times we've just had the band, which has been great. Normal doors are at 7. First bell is usually at 7:30. So come down and see us. We've got sweets, we've got a bar, we've got t-shirts, we've got frigging all sorts. Have a blast.
Yeah. We will include as well. We will include the ticket link in the description. If you haven't got your tickets and you do want to go and get them, we will include that, just so for ease, you can just click it, go and get your tickets. And honestly, you will not be disappointed, because it's two separate events in one day. So full day worth of wrestling, and it's gonna be fucking amazing. So just go. Even if you've got plans for Saturday, change them. Do what I do. Leave the kids with the husband, then go. Just have fun. But yeah, Lauren, thank you so much for coming back on with the madness and doing this with me. Hopefully, we will make this a thing where every time there is an event, whether that be like this one, TNT, or any other ones that we obviously are both going to, we will do a show like this where we can run down the card, give our predictions and everything. And hopefully, fingers crossed, if this one goes okay, we might be able to do it live in the future, so we can get a bit of fan input at the time, rather than you having to go out and do the bit of legwork, because you know I'm a lazy fucker and I don't like doing the legwork. So make sure that you join us every Wednesday for the podcast coming out. Check out some of our stuff. We're going to have, obviously, so much weird and wonderful shit going down on the YouTube channel. Hopefully we will have some weird stuff on Facebook. Like, we will get involved in everything we can, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can see some of you guys on Saturday. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next week. Bye.